Dear soul, if you're reading this right now, please know it's not just by chance. There's a real reason you stumbled upon these words at this exact time. Your spirit guides, your angels, set this up to give you a message meant just for you. Something really important and personal. Something truly wonderful and meaningful has been quietly taking shape in the background of your life. It's like a gentle weaving of fate and kindness. Something maybe your busy mind hasn't quite noticed with all the noise of daily life. But now it's time for you to know. Today, things start getting clearer. So listen, really listen, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. Let your spirit soak up these words. Feel if they resonate deep inside you. Know that you're ready to receive this important insight, this blessing that's been waiting for you. It's time for your heart, the center of your feelings, to fully understand what your soul, your deepest self, has already started picking up on. Maybe as little feelings, gut instincts, or urges you couldn't quite explain. There is someone, a special soul, who has been quietly and steadily walking beside you through every hard time you've gone through, every tough season. This is a person who consciously chose, over and over, through different times and challenges, to hold love for you in their heart. They did this even when life felt incredibly heavy, full of roadblocks and sadness. Even in those moments when you felt totally drained, thinking about giving up, they were still there, often in the background. Their support may be unseen but definitely felt on a deeper level. They chose to stay when others drifted away. They kept your memory special when others let it fade. And really get this, they are still choosing you right now in this moment. Their commitment hasn't wavered. Your angels, your guides from above, really want you to understand how amazing this connection is. This love isn't ordinary. It's stronger than the usual come and go affection people often show. This love isn't just a passing phase, meant to fade quickly. This love isn't based on fantasy or pretending. It's not fake. It's deeply loyal, built on a solid promise. It's absolutely true and real. It's incredibly rare, like finding a diamond in a world full of temporary connections. And this precious gift, this incredible love, is being offered to you freely, not asking for anything back. But here's the truth that isn't often said. This deep love came with a real cost, not for you, but carried quietly by the one giving it. They dealt with their own heartbreaks alone, took on pain you might never understand, sometimes shielding you from things you weren't meant to deal with. They cried for you, real tears shed when you weren't aware, their understanding flowing towards you like a silent river. They held you carefully in their prayers, their good intentions helping lift you up when you felt you couldn't carry yourself anymore. They held on to hope for your healing, for you to find joy again, even during times when, maybe lost in your own pain, you accidentally pushed them away or shut down. And maybe you're wondering, full of doubt, why? Why would someone choose to love me so deeply, so persistently? Your angels want you to hear this answer echo inside you, loud and clear, because you are completely, absolutely worth it. Because your inner light, that special spark inside you, still shines brightly even when it's dimmed by pain or confusion. Because deep within your soul, there's something truly sacred, timeless, and precious that nothing can truly damage or erase. They saw this value in you. They always did right from the start. And they always will, no matter what. This person, this connected soul, didn't just choose to love you during the good times, when life was easy and full of laughter. No, their choice went much deeper. They chose you even when you were angry, understanding the pain underneath. They chose you through the times of distance, respecting your need for space while never really leaving you spiritually. They chose you through your silences, hearing the words you didn't say, sensing your inner feelings. And crucially, they are choosing you still. Their heart stays true. Your guides are putting this message right in front of you now at this specific time because they see a pattern. You've been forgetting how much you're worth. Maybe you've been settling for less than you deserve, in relationships, jobs, or how you see yourself. Maybe you've been making yourself smaller, dimming your own light so others feel comfortable or to avoid trouble. You might have gotten good at pretending you're fine, wearing a brave face while inside you're struggling, feeling broken or lost. And the one whose love is around you, they know. They see the truth. They've noticed the unshed tears behind your smile. They've heard the quiet sadness under your laughter. They've sensed the messages you wrote but never sent, the thoughts you kept hidden. And through every single moment of this, they stayed. Their presence was a constant, quiet support. Understand, this love isn't about being perfect like in a storybook. It's not always loud or obvious. Its strength is often in its quiet steadiness. It hasn't always been easy, and it won't always be easy. Deep connections have their challenges. But the main thing is, it's real. Solid, genuine, down to earth. It's the kind of love that heaven protects, the kind angels whisper about, the kind of connection that lasts through lifetimes, like a thread woven through everything. You are not too broken, too damaged, or too flawed to receive it. You are not too far gone, too lost, or too distant to come back to it. And you are definitely not alone in wanting, maybe deep down and unspoken, a connection this true, this deep. Even now, as you read these words, this person's heart holds a soft spot, a tenderness just for you. They might not have the right words right now, or know the perfect way to reach out. They might be unsure how to close the distance between you. But believe this, they are waiting. And your angels, your divine helpers, are actively guiding both of you, subtly arranging things, lining up energies, moving you towards a special meeting, a moment, a talk, an encounter that could shift everything, change your reality. But this coming together needs you to take part. You have to consciously choose to open your heart, even just a little bit at first. You have to dare to believe, really believe, that a love this pure, this steady actually exists for you. You have to give yourself permission to be seen, really seen, just as you are, including your vulnerable parts. Because a love this deep, this real, can't fully reach a soul that stays hidden behind walls, no matter how much those walls feel needed. Maybe you've been sending quiet prayers out, asking God, the universe, or just the night sky, does anyone out there truly care for me? And this message right here, right now, is your clear answer: yes. Absolutely yes. More deeply, more consistently than you know or maybe let yourself believe. Even as doubt whispers, even as old habits try to make you pull back, even as fear tells you to run away, love, shown by this person and the divine support around you, keeps patiently walking beside you, not forcing its way in, but waiting for you to invite it. Not demanding attention, but quietly hoping you'll finally see it and accept it. And now, this message is put before you because a big shift is about to happen in your life story. The deep sense of being alone, the feeling of drowning in loneliness that might have followed you for so long, that's not your final stop, not the end of your book. The ongoing confusion, the mental fog that might have clouded your way, that's not going to last forever. The constant ache deep in your heart, the one you carry so bravely, it matters. It has been seen. There is a big, divine plan unfolding, like a beautiful dance arranged by the heavens, bringing things together at the perfect time. And you are being specifically asked now to listen, to truly deeply listen. Not just with your ears, but with the intuition of your soul. Because your angels want to prepare you, to get your spirit ready for what is coming. The one who chose you, the one whose love has been a quiet constant, is about to make their presence known again. Probably won't be a loud, dramatic entrance stealing the show. Instead, expect something quieter, but incredibly powerful: an interaction, a gesture, a message that will gently stir something deep inside you, feeling like truth. It might be a certain look shared across a room, a message that shows up out of the blue, a quiet moment together filled with unexpected presence and understanding. And when this moment happens, you will know it instantly. Not by thinking it through, but by a spiritual knowing. Your spirit will feel it first, a definite shift in the energy, like sensing the air change just before a soft rain, or like the sudden, comforting feeling of your heart being wrapped in warm light. It won't feel like fear or worry. It will arrive as peace, a deep, soul-calming peace that silently says, I see you. I never really left. The love that might have felt buried, quiet under layers of time, misunderstanding, or silence, will begin its gentle journey up, rising to your awareness. And those parts of you, the ones that learned not to trust just to survive, the parts that forgot how to be vulnerable, will start to soften, to give way. You do not need to do some huge job of fixing yourself before you deserve to receive this. You don't have to reach some imaginary perfect state to be loved in this deep and accepting way. All you need to do is allow yourself to say yes, to agree to receive. So I ask you now, directly, soul to soul, can you find it in you to open your heart, even just a little more than before? Can you let the delicate shoots of hope rise up inside you again, even if they start as the tiniest whispers against the noise of old hurts? Because someone, against all odds, through everything, has steadily chosen to stand by you, and they are not turning away now. There's a specific moment in your past. Maybe it seemed small, easily missed by others, but clearly seen by the heavens and held gently in the heart of the one who treasures you. It was a day, an hour, maybe even just a split second, when you stood right at the edge, thinking about giving up. Not just on other people or a situation, but truly, deeply on your own self. You felt a tiredness that was more than physical. It was a soul-deep weariness, a heavy emotional fatigue that settled in your bones. You were desperately trying to hold yourself together, trying to look strong while underneath you were quietly, scarily falling apart. And right in that crucial moment, unseen by you, someone was thinking intensely about you. Someone was sending powerful prayers your way. Someone was holding you tightly in their spirit, whispering your name into the quiet, sending waves of strength and endurance. They might not have known the exact details of your struggle, the specific things weighing you down, but they felt it. Their heart connected with your pain, aching for you without needing a reason. Because real, true love doesn't need a list of reasons to show up with kindness. It just does. It reacts instinctively. You didn't need to ask for their presence, you didn't have to invite them, because their care for you was never dependent on getting an invitation. And while you battled on, pushing through your huge pain with pure willpower, they stood silently in the background energetically, maybe saying nothing out loud, but choosing everything. They chose you, again, in that moment of deep vulnerability. The angels saw this quiet act of devotion. Heaven itself noted it, recognizing how sacred that kind of commitment is, because that's how truly sacred love works. It doesn't back away or leave when things get hard or demanding. It leans in closer, even in silence. It waits with endless patience. It holds space, creating a safe place of acceptance. There's a basic truth your guiding angels need you to fully take in now. You have never, not for 1 second, been as completely alone as your pain sometimes made you feel. Even during your darkest night, when hope seemed like a distant, forgotten star, someone's unwavering love was standing guard around you. It was invisible to your physical eyes, perhaps, but it was never, ever missing from your energy. They might not have actual wings, but the sheer force of their love acted like a protective shield, bouncing off negativity, softening blows you weren't even aware were aimed at you. And your own guardian angels, your heavenly support team, they worked through this person. They used that individual's open heart as a channel, a pathway for divine kindness and help. Because sometimes, the most important messages from heaven aren't delivered through booming voices from the clouds, but through the quiet, steady beating of a human heart filled with pure good intentions. And this heart, this specific soul center, it never stopped choosing you. You might not have noticed these subtle things happening. You might have misunderstood their needed silence or respectful distance as them not caring or leaving you. But often it was an act of deep protection and wisdom. They might have intentionally stepped back sometimes, not to abandon you, but to give you the sacred space you needed to heal without outside pressure, to give you the chance to rediscover and reclaim your own inner strength. But now the energy is shifting. Now you are ready to consciously receive the love, the connection, the understanding they have been holding safely for you all this time. There is a reunion coming, a significant meeting approaching. And this isn't just about reconnecting with this specific person. It's also, maybe even more importantly, about reuniting with your own true self, the strong, hopeful version of you that still, deep down, believes in the power of love to change things, the part of your spirit that hasn't completely closed off to the possibility of miracles. Because this love, this connection coming back, isn't arriving to fix you because you were never broken. It's showing up as a powerful reminder that you are already worthy, already inherently enough, already deeply and completely lovable, exactly as you are right now. Maybe you argue back, but I've made so many mistakes. I've messed up, I've fallen. And the wisdom of heaven gently answers. Your mistakes don't stop you from receiving love. Instead, they have deepened your ability to understand its importance, its variations, its preciousness more fully. Maybe you whisper, but I hurt them in the past. And your angels lovingly reply, yes, perhaps pain was exchanged, as often happens between people. But understand, their forgiveness was never really dependent on you asking or being perfect. They forgave you, in the quiet of their own heart, long before you even realized you might need it. Not because they are clueless or silly, but because the foundation of their love was never about keeping score or holding on to complaints. And maybe, just maybe, a part of you still wonders, how can I be sure this isn't just wishful thinking, a story I made up out of loneliness? Because genuine, soul-deep love always leaves little hints, subtle marks on reality. And if you dare to look back with open eyes and an open heart, you will see them. The unexpectedly comforting message that came just when you felt lowest. The vivid dream that brought back their smile, leaving you warm when you woke up. The strange way their name seems to pop up in conversations or thoughts for no reason. The undeniable softening feeling inside you whenever you let yourself truly think of them. These are not just random accidents or coincidences. These are signs. These are gentle reassurances, proof that love, real, lasting love, is alive, still breathing, still patiently waiting, still holding on to hope. Even in this very moment, as you take in these words, heaven is carefully arranging things in your favor. Even now, your angels are working hard to dissolve the energy blocks, the misunderstandings, the fears that might have kept you and this person apart. Even now, that person's soul is being gently nudged, prompted, encouraged to reach out, to break the silence. Because love, in the end, can only stay silent for so long before its very nature pushes it to express itself, to seek connection. Eventually, it has to speak, and when it does, you will recognize its true voice instantly. Because it won't sound like desperate pleading or trying to control you. It won't feel heavy with pressure or obligation. It will simply sound and feel like coming home. This person might be physically far from you right now, separated by distance or life situations, but understand this deeply. In the world of spirit, in the landscape of the heart, they never truly left your side. And know, too, that they have faced their own big challenges. They have cried their own tears alone. They too have wondered, in quiet moments, if you still think of them, if the connection still means something to you. They have carried the memory of you not like a heavy weight, but like a precious, gently burning candle, carefully protected, always kept lit, even when life's harsh winds threaten to blow it out. Now is definitely not the time to give in to doubt or fear. Now is the time to consciously get your heart ready, to create a space of openness and gentle hope. Because what is coming next, the chapter unfolding, might feel like a second chance, a wonderful do-over. But in a deeper, truer sense, it is simply the natural continuation of a love story that heaven, the universe, the divine source, never stopped writing, never stopped believing in. You see, when someone chooses you with their whole heart, with the depth of their soul, even great physical distance cannot cut the connection. Even long silence cannot fully erase its mark. Even deep fear cannot ultimately beat its powerful, true nature. You don't need to start frantically chasing or desperately trying to reach them. You don't need to make a list of reasons why you're worthy. Your only job now is to simply be, and to stay open. Because in the chapters coming up soon, the love that was okay existing quietly in the background is getting ready to become visible, touchable, undeniable. They are going to show up, perhaps in a way you don't expect right now. They are going to stand before you, whether in person or spirit, and you will see it clearly reflected deep in their eyes. They never stopped choosing you. Your angels are carefully preparing you for this meeting now so that old patterns don't accidentally ruin the beautiful thing unfolding. So that fear doesn't make you automatically run from the very connection you deeply long for. So that you won't let the voices of past hurts speak louder than the clear, true feeling within your heart. This isn't just about romance, although that might be part of it. This is about deep restoration, bringing back faith, connection, self-love. This is divine timing working out perfectly. This is sacred alignment clicking into place. And you, dear friend, you are ready. Even if a part of you feels scared. Even if you don't have all the answers or a map of what's next. Even if the thought of reaching out or receiving makes your hands shake a little. Deep down, where it counts, you are ready. Say it gently to yourself. Let it sink in. I am ready to receive the love that has always, truly been mine. Your angels have heard your deepest desires, your silent prayers. The very reason you are still standing, tough and strong, even after navigating everything you've bravely gone through, is precisely because love, in its many forms, never stopped holding you, supporting you, believing in you. You might not have consciously realized it during the hardest parts of your struggles, but someone, this specific someone, was actively carrying you in their spirit during those times when you felt way too weak, too tired to carry yourself. They didn't always have the perfect words. Often, human language just isn't enough for deep feelings. They didn't always know exactly what to say or do, but their love communicated powerfully in the silence. It moved in quiet, often unnoticed ways, like a gentle hand reaching out carefully in the darkness, not trying to pull or force you, but simply to offer a quiet reassurance, a real reminder that you weren't going through the tough times completely alone. And on some subconscious level, you felt that presence. Even if you couldn't name it or explain it. Even if you couldn't explain the brief moments of unexpected comfort or strength to anyone, including yourself. There were definitely moments, perhaps many, where you were close to the edge, where you almost gave up entirely. But something you couldn't quite touch, something invisible yet strong, consistently kept you from falling all the way. Something soft, yet incredibly strong. Didn't shout orders. It didn't make demands. It just seemed to gently wrap itself around your pain, your fear, your exhaustion, and simply hold on with quiet determination. That persistent, comforting presence? It was their love, woven together with divine kindness. And it was profoundly real. There is something vital your angels want you to fully understand right now, looking back with this new view. There were specific points, critical moments on your journey, where you could have fallen much further, where things could have spiraled into much worse situations. But this person's steady love, often working from a distance, unknowingly created a kind of energetic shield around you. Invisible to your eyes, yes, but incredibly powerful. It acted like a prayer woven into actual light, covering you protectively in the vulnerable spots you didn't even know were exposed. It represented a layer of protection you never specifically asked for, an infusion of mercy you didn't need to earn or prove you deserve. Think of it as a spiritual kind of safety net, carefully woven from the strong, bright threads of genuine compassion, unwavering loyalty, and lasting hope aimed only towards you. You might have felt deeply isolated in those moments, convinced you were alone. But behind the thin curtains separating the physical from the energetic, you were being held, supported, cherished. They were loving you from afar, not with an energy of control or needing to possess you, not with loud statements or pushy actions, but with a sacred, deep patience. Their love grew into a kind of spiritual anchor for your soul. And remarkably, even as time kept moving forward, bringing changes and challenges, this anchor didn't get rusty or weak. It didn't float away or lose its grip. It never, ever forgot the sound of your name, the core of who you are. It didn't turn sour with bitterness or resentment, despite possible hurts or misunderstandings. Simply stayed. Because when love is authentic, when it is rooted in soul recognition, it anchors itself in something far deeper, far more solid than surface-level interactions or how things look. It doesn't depend dangerously on daily contact, constant spoken reassurance, or endless validation to keep existing. It simply is, and it remains, a constant, steady vibe beneath the surface noise of life. You've been carrying heavy burdens of pain, not just the hurts from this current life, but also echoes of older wounds, feelings from past stories, limiting beliefs passed down through generations. You've perhaps unconsciously carried the weight of betrayals that were never really yours to carry, absorbing energies that didn't start with you. You may have picked up subtle or obvious fears, passed down without anyone meaning to, from hearts that hadn't yet learned how to love gently, openly, without conditions. And largely because of the piled-up weight of this pain, you understandably built walls around your precious heart. Not with the bad intention of keeping genuine love out forever, but as a necessary self-defense, an attempt to stop more hurt from getting in so deep again. To shield yourself from feeling too much, too strongly, too fast. Basically, to survive. And you absolutely did survive. Your strength is amazing. But the very walls designed to keep unbearable pain out also accidentally kept profound love at a distance, unable to fully reach you. And now, your angels are gently whispering, signaling that it is safe, truly safe, to begin the process of opening those walls again. Not necessarily knocking them all down at once carelessly, but rather, slowly, bravely, intentionally taking them apart, brick by brick, consciously aware. Because here is the freeing truth your angels need you to accept and remember. The one who has consistently chosen you, this devoted soul, has always seen those walls. They saw the defenses, understood where they came from, and loved you anyway, loved the brilliant light they knew was behind them. They never saw you as a project, to be fixed or rescued. They didn't fall in love with some romantic idea of healing you or saving you. They simply, purely saw your light, your unique essence, even when it was temporarily hidden by layers of dust, pain, or fear. They never needed you to be perfect before offering their care. Their deepest wish was simply to be allowed in, maybe just to sit quietly beside you in the dark, offering silent companionship without judging, without needing to fix anything, just to be a gentle presence reminding you that love doesn't always arrive with conditions and demands. Sometimes, its greatest gift is simply being there, unwavering and accepting. And now, right now, something significant is stirring. Not just in the world around you, but more importantly, deep within the landscape of your own being. There's a real shift you can feel in the energetic wind, a subtle but noticeable softening happening around your previously tight defenses. A new curiosity is beginning to bloom inside your soul, perhaps questioning old beliefs, daring to hope again. There might be a feeling you can't quite put into words, an intuitive sense that someone, somewhere, is thinking of you with particular intensity right now. And you are absolutely not wrong in feeling this. They are. At this very moment, as you read or hear these words, they are likely remembering something specific about you. Not just a fact, but the feeling connected to you, the unique sound of your voice, the special quality of your inner light, the undeniable way your presence made their world better. They're thinking of the way you perhaps saw past their own defenses, the way your energy made them feel instantly, unexpectedly, like they were finally home. And yes, they are feeling a deep longing to reconnect. Not just for casual chat, but to truly see you again, not just your physical face, but the changing landscape of your soul. They genuinely want to know how you've grown, what deep lessons life has taught you since you were last close, what simple things still bring a spark of joy or laughter to your eyes. They want to understand how to walk beside you once more, but this time with more clarity, more tenderness, and a deeper commitment to shared truth. It's possible, even likely, that you both went on seemingly different paths for quite a while. Life, in its great wisdom, sometimes separates people not as punishment, but as a vital time of preparation. You likely had important inner work to do, growth that needed to happen on your own. They, too, had their own journey of growth, lessons to learn. You needed space to heal certain wounds that only you could truly handle. They needed time to face truths that perhaps only being alone could reveal. And now, all that individual growth, that separate but similar evolution, is acting like a magnet drawing you back towards each other. Not just physically, nor just emotionally, but fundamentally, spiritually. The love you shared, the connection you made, wasn't just based on getting along well or having similar interests. It had a definite spiritual part, a soul-level recognition. And spiritual bonds like that don't just dissolve or disappear. They might stretch, they might bend under stress, they might even go quiet for long periods, seeming asleep. But they do not break, not when they are anchored in real soul connection. That is exactly why you've been feeling that unexplainable pull lately. That's why they might be showing up more often in your dreams, leaving feelings that linger when you wake up. That's why you might keep hearing their name unexpectedly, or running into reminders of them in surprising ways. It's because your soul remembers. It's because love, the universal energy and the specific love held by this person, is sending out a call, and it's getting steadily louder. This is not your imagination going wild. This is not just fond memories messing with your heart. This is genuine alignment. This is the invisible thread of destiny, woven long ago, gently tugging at both ends, drawing two hearts back into the shared energy space they were always meant to share together. Your guardian angels have been working tirelessly behind the scenes, arranging meaningful coincidences, gently nudging hearts, subtly shifting timelines and situations, opening doors that were once firmly closed. And they need you to develop a state of higher awareness now, to be consciously open to receiving. Because soon, very soon, you are likely to receive a clear sign, a confirmation. Perhaps it will come as an unexpected message, an email, a text, a call. Maybe it will be a specific song playing at just the right moment, bringing back a strong memory or feeling. Or perhaps it will be a sudden, deep sense of peace that washes over you when you hear their name mentioned. An instant inner knowing, a sacred moment of undeniable recognition that cuts through all doubt. And in that moment you'll know without needing anyone else to confirm it. It's them. They are returning to your life, coming back towards connection, but this time with clear intention. Not to fall back into repeating old, tired patterns or ways of relating, but to start something entirely new. Something clearer, more honest, more mature. Something consciously built on the foundation of shared truth, respect, and the wisdom gained during your time apart. Because both of you have changed significantly. And this time, you are not meeting as two broken pieces hoping the other will complete them, but as two whole souls, ready and willing to walk beside one another, supporting each other's ongoing journey. You've been asking the universe, God, your higher self, for clarity, for a sign to show you if this deep feeling, this persistent connection, is real. Consider this message your confirmation. It is not a product of your imagination. It is not just wishful thinking clouding your view. It is a divine connection, a sacred bond, being purposefully reawakened at this perfect moment. And you do not need to be afraid, because love, when it is real, when it is true, will never try to force, pressure, or overwhelm you. It will patiently wait. It will deeply respect your pace, your boundaries, your readiness. It will communicate its intentions more powerfully through consistent actions and genuine presence than through mere words alone. This person is being drawn back to you now, not only because they missed the past version of your connection, but because they intuitively see and feel drawn towards a potential shared future. And in that imagined future, you are walking together. Not perfectly, because perfection isn't real, but presently, fully engaged with each other in the now. Not flawlessly, because humans aren't flawless, but freely, embracing honesty and vulnerability. And love like that, a love that chooses being present over being perfect, freedom over flawlessness, it is indeed rare. It is undeniably sacred. And now, after a period of quiet development, it is returning to you, extending itself towards you with open, welcoming hands. So, as we bring this message to a close for now, let's take a moment together. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or just focus your heart inward. Let's offer a simple prayer, a gentle intention to help anchor this understanding within you and open the way for the love that is yours. Dear Divine Source, Universe, guiding angels, and my own higher self, thank you for this message of love and connection. Thank you for reminding me that I have never been truly alone, and that I am deeply cherished and worthy, just as I am. Help me to truly feel this worthiness deep within my bones. Gently dissolve the walls I built around my heart out of fear or past pain. Give me the courage to soften, to open, even just a little bit more today, to the possibility of receiving pure, steadfast love. I choose to trust in the divine timing unfolding in my life. I release the need to force or control, and instead, I choose to be open and receptive. Guide my steps, clear my path, and grant me the wisdom to recognize the signs and synchronicities you place before me. Please bless the soul whose heart has held love for me so patiently. Bless their journey, protect them, and guide them too. May we both be ready for the connection that is meant to be, grounded in truth, respect, and kindness. Help me release any lingering doubts or fears that might sabotage this beautiful unfolding. Fill me with peace, hope, and the gentle strength to embrace the love I deserve. I affirm my readiness to receive, to connect, and to step forward into this next chapter with an open heart. Amen. Dear soul, this channel is a divine space, a sanctuary for the soul. If you're new to this channel, think of this as your spiritual home. It's a sacred space created intentionally for faith to grow, purpose to be sparked, and God-given destinies to be confirmed and lived out. We are busy building a lively community deeply rooted in the rich soil of God's unconditional love, a place where heaven truly speaks into our lives and deep, lasting change regularly happens. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because God undoubtedly has so much more to reveal and bring about in your unique life journey. You genuinely don't want to miss what the divine is preparing to do next in and through you. Consider making a generous contribution if you feel moved to support our efforts of spreading divine messages. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $50, your contribution enables us to continue sharing these profound messages of healing and hope with the world. Spreading the word is just the beginning of our mission. Hearts are being healed, hope is being renewed, and souls are being guided back to the light. Your support helps us realize our shared goal of making a positive impact. Your generosity, no matter how small, is what keeps our community thriving and bringing people together in love on this sacred journey. We are all interconnected, and we will rise as one. By uniting, we can conquer this. Let us wholeheartedly embrace the abundance that lies ahead. Amen.